of all, I was trying to find someone just here in New Mexico to really like do a video with or like help out. And then this dude right here was on TikTok.
Yeah, we're just laying on the couch, just chilling in our living room, and randomly just says, we need to look at artists here in New Mexico and see what we can do collaborating wise for Double Tap to kind of get it out there. And randomly, a New Mexico artist just pops up on my For You page for TikTok.
At the same time. And this dude, his name is Maacking. He's only 16, but he's got like overall like almost 30,000 followers.
He's got a huge following. Huge following.
Apparently he's managed by the same dude that worked with Trippie Redd and has his own studio, and I think he said Hollywood. But yeah, so the video was supposed to be here in Las Cruces, but he couldn't find a ride down. Instead of just waiting for another weekend, that I should just go up to Albuquerque, which is like a 3-hour drive.
Took a road trip that way, grabbed some monsters, and we were good.
Yeah. So we woke up at like 7:30, 7. We woke up early. I drove there, 3-hour drive. Didn't even know anywhere around there to like actually do videos, so we sat with him at like a little coffee shop and just kind of went over ideas. And I trusted him to like show us a cool little spot, so we just found a hiking trail like 10 minutes away from the little coffee shop where he lived.
But how did the idea come about? Like, how did you know?
So
what song? How did you know that this was the song that you wanted to do of Macking's, which is Psycho?
Yeah.
Like, how did you know? Like, okay, I want to do Macking's song Psycho. Like, how did you even go about it? Like, knowing the idea for it and just having the vision.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, our plans changed because we had planned to do it in Cruces.
Yeah.
But like, our plans have changed, and so basically we're just like, all right, like you didn't in a sense wing it, but like you just knew like strategically like what to do as soon as we got to Albuquerque.
So originally it was just gonna be in our house, the Double Tap house. It was just gonna be a crazy video where he does crazy stuff. I chose Psycho because it was just more of like an upbeat, hype song. So and that one is also really like popping off on SoundCloud too. It had like the most streams, I think. So that's why I chose it. So yeah, the original idea was just kind of be in the house, like have all the lights red, kind of have like a creepy feel. But I actually liked how we went to Albuquerque because it's like his hometown.
Yeah, exactly.
So it kind of gave us like that bigger city type of feel, even though we were in a little hiking trail, but. But
it also just made it to where everybody felt connected to the video in New Mexico.
Because they know where it's at.
Like, so many people slid up on our video, on your video, obviously, but on Matt King's posts and different things, saying, I know where that's at. Yeah. I take my horses back there. I go hiking back there. So it made everybody want to check out the video even more because they're like, they can go to that location and be like, this music video from this artist was shot here.
Yeah. So the original idea was when we got there, we were talking in the little coffee shop. And I was just like, he brought up, so I was just going to have him just kind of like in this hiking trail, just like losing his mind or whatever. And then he brought up how he was going to look homeless. I just came up with an idea where I was like, okay, so first of all, we're going to need to get a knife. So he just brings out this long knife. You're going to be homeless on this trail, just losing your mind, going crazy, psycho. So that was the idea where he's just losing his mind, homeless, he doesn't know what to do with his life, right? And then he comes across this knife and he's just thinking about, I'm homeless, there's nothing to look forward to in life, so I'm just going to like kind of end it all, He eventually is like finds his music and his voice in music, and that kind of helps him get out of this crazy mindset.
And that's what made the idea of the transition from the knife to the microphone.
Yeah, so transition up. So that's in one take. A lot of people think it's in two different. I cut it. But he has a mic. He's singing into the knife. I flip it up, and then he hucks the mic. Or he hucks the knife. That's what people don't know about. He almost hit us, too.
Yeah. He just
threw the knife and then switched it into the mic. And that's kind of like where I was like, okay, this is where you're crazy with a knife, but you end up finding yourself, and that's this music thing, this music career that really is making you stay a little bit sane,
He's a pretty cool dude. You'd think a lot of people that are just starting out like wouldn't be as humble as he is, but
he's really mature too.
Yeah, everything you see, like for being 16, this dude's mature as hell. and you wouldn't think that like up and coming artists are so humble, but he's really humble and wants to connect with his fans and just do what he can to give back to the community to what end.
Yeah.
And we were surprised when we met the dude that he's just as humble as people think, and he just wants to honestly give back to people and just be kind of a role model in terms of people.
Yeah, so we shot the video. So we went to Albuquerque, left at 7 in the morning, shot the video, took a few hours, and then we drove back the same day. Came back around 6, and I started working on the video. And I had most of the video done that night and going into that morning. And so yeah, I called him up the next day, and I was like, it's pretty much done. Like, when do you want to kind of put it out there? And being 16, like, if I was in his spot, I would be like, let's do it, like, right now. Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, I think it's a good idea to wait for the end of the week.
No, he was strategic.
Yeah.
He was strategic because he wanted to build it up, and sure enough, that hype, building up the hype, made his video blow up.
Mm-hmm. And he called his manager, too, which he works with TMZ, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were being really strategic about the video, that they think they should wait, and they put out different promotions for it that actually reached all of New Mexico. So, yeah, he was really smart about it, to wait. Talked to his manager about it, and then we came up with a day for Friday. Yeah, but most of the video was done the next day. Took me a day to really come up to really do the whole shot. Yeah, we did like three different shots.
Yeah.
So one,
and then I got punched in the face during the video, so that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, one shot was close up on his face where his eyes were red. Second shot was him by the barbed wire, just saying, "Why am I psycho?" Third shot, actually we did four. Third shot was him walking through the hiking trail singing the song. Fourth shot was him on the rocks. We had trouble with cactus like the whole day.
Oh, goodness.
I think I ran into a few. He ran into a few. His friend got poked pretty bad that day.
Yeah.
Because like they were all over the place, and like when I was recording, I wasn't paying attention to what was below me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the camera. And then when he got up on the rocks to do his final verse, he had to like climb up pretty high.
Yeah, he
too. You can't tell in the video because I'm zooming in, but he's like far away from us.
Yeah.
And then when he finds the knife which has a cord which is like a mic, and then it switches into an actual mic. Yeah, that was all in one take, really quick, and he just threw it. Yeah. But I just like how the whole idea is like him losing his mind, homeless dude, and then finding music really helps him come out of that.
Yeah, so I think that's a dope concept.
Which now that you look back on the video, you're like, okay, this dude's kind of crazy, and then switches out of it.
Switches out of it because of music, and that's just life in general, though, because music saves us all.
Yeah,
I mean that's a cure to mental health. That's a cure to anything.
Yeah,
like, and he really conveys that in the video, saying that I'm crazy right now, and I'm like off the chain. Like, I'm literally going insane. Like, I'm a homeless person. Like, I got nothing. I got nothing to my name. And then he just shows that, but music saved me.
Yeah, and a lot of people that come up actually are lost in their mind. And even though they're not literally homeless, they're just, like, in a dark place where they feel like music is the only thing that
they feel like they can't get out of it.
It's kind of like the therapy for them, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's therapy. It's therapy for everybody. You feel like you're in a dark place, not even homeless, but just a dark place in your head, and music just pulls you out of that. Yeah. And that's what you get out of the meaning of Psycho.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can, like, you honestly, like, if you think about it and you watch the video, that's what you portray from it.
Yeah, and there's different ways to interpret it, too. Like, where you get punched, that could literally be in his mind.
That couldn't
even be a real person. That could be
him punching the guy, like, that's in his head.
Yeah, he's just mad and he just needs to punch someone.
Exactly.
But it's all in his head.
It's all in his head.
Yeah.
That's where the video can be interpreted. This is all in his head saying, hey, music's going to save you. Like, knock out. Like, I could be the guy that's, like, keeping him in that dark place.
Yeah. Or, like, even wanting to hurt yourself with a knife. You're, like, about to do it, and then you resort to this music, which actually helps you out and switches to an actual mic.
Exactly.
So that's kind of what I came up with when I first had the idea of, like, what to do for the video. Video starts, room full of dudes watching what's going on in your brain, zooms in towards that, and then from your brain it zooms out towards the eyes, which is a red eye, which is Matt King's brain, what's going on inside his mind. And I decided to have it like the beginning of the video is just kind of what's going on inside his head.
Yeah.
And then it goes out towards his eyes, and that's when he opens his eyes, and his eyes are red, when he starts to realize like he's crazy. And then that's kind of where the video starts.
Hey, why am I psycho? Why am I psycho?